Good afternoon, my name is Matthew from Axel, and today I'm making a short video to show how to configure a terminal to authenticate itself against Active Directory. One reason why you may wish to do this may be to use the password renewer mechanism, which won't work either from a terminal or a PC through NLA, which is the default security connection between a client and a terminal server. So now I'll show how to configure the terminal to authenticate using Active Directory. So the first step is within Network Active Directory to enter the domain controller. You can enter 2. You also need to enter the domain name and also the NTP server. And there is a test button which confirms the date and time from the NTP server. The second step is within Terminal Security to toggle the authentication to Active Directory login, and you can enter a default username here. The third step is to enter sessions and then the actual session itself, and with an authentication you will select single sign-on Active Directory. So here we are booting from a cold start. And the first thing to notice is the box is described as Active Directory, which means that we are authenticating against our domain controller and not the terminal server. Now there is a password update pending for this user, so I've been prompted for new password and confirm password. And we've logged in and applied the new password to the terminal server. If we log out, the terminal is still logged in on Active Directory, and if you look on the far right, we can see the user test is still logged in. So if we re-click on the icon, we're required to re-authenticate ourselves. If we set up a second session, the thing to note is here it's described as authentication, which means that by default we're not applying the Active Directory credentials. These are the terminal server credentials. And if we go into the configuration of session 2, if we enable in authentication the single sign-on, that means that we will recycle the credentials obtained from Active Directory for this session. So now when we click on session 2, we're straight in without being prompted for authentication. And the final thing to note, over here on the right hand side gives details of the user who is authenticated under Active Directory on this desktop, and if we double click on that we can log out, and we are now totally disconnected from Active Directory, the domain controller and any terminal server. So I hope that's clear, and if you have any comments, please contact your usual Axel contact. Thank you very much, and bye for now.